attended the Purdue Annual Extension meeting you asked me to go to. The only comment, it was a fine program. There was a gentleman there from LaGrange County who was talking about small farms and how many we have in the county and the United States. I called over and asked if they had extra program bulletins, and you're certainly welcome to pick one of these up. It's just amazing the different farms, types of farms, the acreage of farms and things. So if you're interested in those stats, feel free to pick one up. Staffco meeting I went to with Alan Teal, and that was a very good meeting. It was just to see how they're doing. Their business is good. They are shipping a lot of double-line tanks to North and South Dakota to keep up with the oil drilling.
I'll bet they are.
Oil drilling. I did check, there was some question. I asked the chairman that you notified Purdue Extension. The literacy group are still having their monthly meetings there, and now and then they use the phone and computer. And it seems like for now they might need that room, although they're not having their educational things there. They are using it some, so I think we better hold on. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Huh?
I love that brochure. I sit down when that thing came, it came by mail to me. I sit down and went through that. You know, I'd go, hey Patty, look at this. Hey Patty, look at this. I just thought it was chock full of good stuff. I suggested when Janet brought those to you today, I suggested she take some over to Alan. That's something that EDC ought to have available as well. So it's just a cool thing. Okay, I would like to, I don't have all the answers, so I'm not going to kid you, but I'd like to have some direction on how you want me to proceed on the ADA issue. At this point, boy, I forgot. Nope, there it is. I brought it. I don't know if this is anything I can do on my own or not, or whether I'm going to need some consultant service to help with this. But we have had 2 consultants contact us. One actually gave us a price of $7,000 some dollars. I know it's in here. $7,400. And I was fairly comfortable with that. But when I talked to the second group, just so we could talk, they intimated that to do a county ADA assessment, it could be anywhere from $35,000 to $50,000. So we had to we had to stop right there and say, what is different? Why is one $7,400 and one $35,000 to $50,000? And the $35,000 to $50,000 covers every aspect of ADA in the county, going into every building and checking everything. And that's not what we're looking for here. We're looking to meet the definition of ADA for NDOT with regard to funding, road funding. And I'm wondering if you are agreeing with me on this, and we're going to stay that way, because the company that gave us, they didn't give us a big quote, they just kind of intimated what it was going to be, said, look, we'll give you a menu if you want us to, and then you can pick and choose from the menu. And I said, I don't know what to tell you. I need to talk to the other guys, because I don't know how far you want me to go here.
Tom, do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, do we, or is there any indication by people, offices that use our facilities, where we are ADA deficient?
Well, there again, I don't know, because that's not the AD, that's not where I'm looking. Right now I'm looking at, are there sidewalks in the unincorporated areas of the county, the Collins, the Coesses, the Dunphys? Are there sidewalks already there that meet or don't meet ADA specifications.
The answer
Well,
is yes, some place.
Do you think we have any sidewalk? I don't know. So it's gonna take someone to come in and assess that. They will deal with parks. Is our park ADA accessible? Is the playground area ADA accessible? And you told me you knew that we had bought something special for that reason.
Mulch, that's
For
what
that reason.
it's called, playground mulch.
Yeah,
And
so,
or Fletcher, whatever, 33.
yeah, Felgers, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. So see, that's what I think we're talking about. Now, when I said, are you not gonna, to the group that said, we'll do this for $7,400, I said, so you're gonna check all the buildings? Oh, no. You should have had that done by 1995 or 2004. And I'm going, well, I don't know. I have no clue. I have no clue. But in talking with Mark Sturdivant, somebody else in the know, that they believe that we're in good shape with regard to ADA in our building. Obviously, this building is fine. It was built in 2005, so it meets all the ADA standards. If we were going to talk buildings, and I don't want to go there because that's not what I'm talking about, I would be concerned about the museum. Okay, that's where I'd be concerned. It's probably
Which
not.
one?
Museum.
Oh.
Yeah, it's probably not ADA, steps and stuff. But nonetheless, that's not the issue here. The issue to get NDOT road money, and do we want it? I don't know. I kind of came to work this morning thinking it's not that important, but then we have a meeting and it might be real important.
What I'd like to see, Don, is
Okay.
I looked into it a little bit.
Okay.
And right now, all we need to designate a facilitator, which you graciously.
I have said I'll do, right,
said that you
right,
do.
I'll be glad to do that.
Okay, once we have the facilitator, all we have to do is, NDOT has a guideline for this. And I forget the lady's name.
A transition plan?
Yeah, it's a transition.
Okay, the lady's name is Latasha Higgins.
Yes.
In Indianapolis.
She has seminars here every once in a while
Oh,
about.
she does?
Yes.
Okay,
And I would
Okay.
ask that we,
okay.
we attend the next seminar that she has.
I'd be happy to.
And as long as we're going forward, we have a facilitator and we're working forward on this transition plan.
Right.
That's what they're looking for. They're looking that we aren't just sitting back and saying, we're not gonna do this because we're not gonna go for federal
Right.
funds.
They want to see progress.
Yes.
Now, that's not progress maybe next week.
No.
That's progress in the next year.
Yes.
And you're right. The very first thing, designated ADA coordinator.
Right.
Okay, done. Checklist.
Yep.
And you also have communities and agencies with 50-plus employees and below 50, and we're obviously the 50-plus, so we have to do everything on this list. The next thing is provide notice regarding public accessibility and the LPA's compliance with ADA requirements. So, did I have to establish a grievance procedure for ADA? Some of this stuff's pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy. And if we take our time, and the next step, I work on this, we can say we're working towards it.
Right.
Now, before anybody out there thinks we're not interested in doing it right, we are interested in doing it right. But we're also interested in making sure we're not making work when we could be doing something else that's more valuable. So
And
it's
spending
kinda-
funds where we don't need to.
yeah,
be
spending funds where we shouldn't need it. So, okay, so what is your direction on the consultant at this time?
I don't think I'm for a consultant at this time. I think if we show forward efforts and, you've determined that you'll be the administrator on there, or facilitator,
Okay.
I think, we're willing, Tom and I are willing to do whatever we can to help you on that. And I think if we just keep going forward, as far as being ADA accessible, again, that, you know, that's the buildings, and I don't think that's what they're looking for. They're
It is
looking,
not, that's not what
they're
it
looking
is.
for bridges, any bridges that have sidewalks going to them, that
Yep.
we have, were accessible, wheelchair accessible.
Yep.
Anything, and we don't really have any bridges that are that way. We don't have,
Yeah, we do. We got Coessie, the one over the tracks.
Okay.
But we don't have many. And if there's one in Larwell, that's Larwell's problem.
right,
Because they're incorporated, that's the other thing.
right.
We only deal with the unincorporated.
Exactly.
So it's not this hard, and I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but it's not rocket science here.
Yeah,
So, all right, direction I'm hearing is we're not gonna go with a consultant right now.
That would be my suggestion.
I would like permission, if I could, to either attend one of her seminars or run to Indianapolis someday and sit down with her and talk about it.
I think
If
that'd
that's
be great.
okay.
I think that's
Okay.
perfect.
Okay, all right.
Because if you do that also, then they know that we're
Well,
not just ignoring.
Then I will start on the computer, I will start a plan in which Pam will keep, what I produce, Pam will keep. So if ADA comes in and says, where's your plan, we'll have something for them to look at. So, and I got the checklist, so
Don, what was her name again? Letitia?
Latasha Higgins.
Latasha?
Latasha Higgins.
You know, Don,
She's in,
Huntington's been through that process too. I just recently met with the Huntington HR director,
yeah,
and they just completed that process. So it may be to your advantage to contact them,
on their own,
yeah, and see what they've done.
they did not hire a consultant.
No,
Okay.
Erica did it on their own,
Okay.
so, which is the HR director, and she has all the compliance stuff actually on their website posted. That's where we would post our information,
Nice.
so.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great place to put,
so
oh, yeah.
She really had a lot of good ideas.
Great place.
And I can hook you up with her.
We should start with getting the fact that I was named the ADA
Yes,
coordinator.
they have all
Get
that
that
online.
on, get
Mhm.
that on there, and that shows, yep, they're working,
And I
yep,
have a
they're
new
doing something.
homepage already set up for all of that stuff
All
under
right.
our HR department, so we can do that now.
All right, well, I'll come in and spend some time with you then, and we'll work on that then, is that okay? Okay, cool, yeah, I appreciate it, I need direction for where you want me to be going with this thing. Because as you can see, I could go to $50,000 and I'm not sure what we've gained, so
Yeah.
I appreciate both. I will contact both consultants and tell them we're gonna sit on it right now.
George,
Okay.
I'm sorry, when you asked me to add anything, but real quick, I forgot about the Farm Bureau thing I wanted
Sure.
to. I attended the Farm Bureau quarterly meeting, and just to keep you in the loop of the other complaints for cause they'd already been to DeKalb, Noble, and Adams. Kevin, the president of the Farm Bureau,
Who is like?
said that they had been meeting with Alan and wasn't even aware because to play on Tom's when he brought it up reminded me that 28% that's in our area of the farmers, really we've never done anything for the large farmers in Whitley County in regards to a business aspect through EDC, but they're now looking at the agricultural part of that.
And that's not quite true. We've already held agribusiness meetings.
See, yeah,
Uh-huh.
and Kevin said that.
Yeah, we had, who's a big farmer from Warsaw? Kip Tom?
Tom.
Is it Kip Tom?
Tom's farm.
He's been here, we've already held, so I'm not saying we got very far, but we dealt with agri and aquaculture that day. We had a round table, so,
Recently?
yeah, 6 months ago.
Oh.
You remember when we thought the shrimp farm was coming?
Mhm.
About that time,
Really?
yeah.
Kevin was meeting directly in a round table, he said, with Alan Teo, but he's gone now.
Perfect. I mean, that's what he needs to do. Because I know for myself, I wouldn't have thought, oh yeah, Farm Bureau, we need them involved in that.
Mhm.
We do.
The other issue that they had, and the other counties had already addressed, and I thought you guys would like to know, was they were complaining about the 911 fees not being addressed since the fee changed last October, and not liking that the state couldn't give us a new number with the new charge for cell phones and landlines, since they have taken over collecting that money, and they were going to address the legislature on some policy changes for that.
But what they're looking for is us to complain as well.
No, they just wanted Whitley County, they as Farm Bureau were going
Yep.
to complain
Yep.
to them
They're looking
Okay.
at that 22% administration fee.
fee
is
To
what
the,
that
to
was.
the state.
to
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah,
state
yeah,
that they're
yeah. Oh,
keeping
yeah.
22 cents
I
on the
think
dollar.
we all
at
knew when the
least.
state took it over, this is not a good thing, so
Right.
I think we all knew that.
And the last thing that was a huge discussion that took forever, that was really a concern, was how much our local sheriff is addressing, and now he's gone, and I didn't think about this, addressing the schools and his activity at the school since the shootings. And if he's being more,
Oh,
um,
resource
Right.
officer?
yeah, what's been, has he done walkthroughs through the school and so forth? Have we implemented anything at the local level to address the schools? I'm just saying, those were the three main concerns that I didn't know if you guys wanted to know publicly, and there was quite a
I
few
had,
people there.
I had wanted to go to that, but it just
That's
didn't work
okay.
out for me, so, I'm sorry.
According to the paper, the sheriff's department, city police, I've been working with at least the high school here.
Good.
So, they wanted to know what that was being addressed there. That was their concerns too,
And
telling us at the county level.
Smith Green Schools and the town of Churubusco, Katie, you may have to help me with this one so I'm accurate. Smith Green Schools and the town of Churubusco have gone together, right? And they've had a resource officer now at least 2 years, haven't they? It is one of the local policemen.
Ted Fulkerson.
Yep, so, I mean, yeah, I'm not,
But if something happened to the school that he needed assistance or something,
you should have a radio. I mean, I don't want to really get into that whole thing, because I'm not sure how much of this I buy, so,
that was their concerns at the Farm Bureau meetings for the county.
okay,
Okay, thank you.
I'm done.
Okay, you're all done. Pam, you're all done.
Mhm.
Motion, adjourn.
Adjourn vote.
Motion and second. Discussion, all in favor?